Welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man Star Force Pegasus. My name is Tails and in the last episode we started our quest and learned a lot about the world through a lot of dialogue. And there's probably going to be a little bit more, but we should be getting into a little bit more action here as well. The world is our oyster, so maybe let's talk to people and we can find some pearls. But let's check your email first. Alright, you've got a lot of emails talking to you about the different gameplay mechanics now, including one that didn't get talked about in the tutorial, so me, as a stupid middle schooler who didn't want to read all the supplementary stuff, didn't realize this mechanic. Oh, I forgot one more thing about battling. Press Y to put up a shield. You can use the shield to block attacks. The enemies you're facing now are nothing, but there'll be attacks you can't dodge by just moving left or right. That's when you're gonna have to use the shield to guard. But you can't block everything, you know. You can't block an enemy's bodily attack, and some attacks can break through your guard, so be careful. Alright, that is a very important thing to note. The shield mechanic allows you to block a lot of different kinds of attacks, but physical charging attacks won't be blocked by it. All my mom does is use the Teacher Man card. Math Teacher Man's lessons are really hard. They're totally yucky. Start talking to people. Something big fell from the sky last night over at Vista Point. What was it, I wonder? There's someone I want to form a brother band with, but I never got the chance to tell to him. What a dilemma. I've never seen you at school. Are you in a higher grade than me? Or maybe you're from another school? Waves are signals that we can't see. You can't see them, but they're strange things. There are even roads made out of them. Or so the TV tells me. Alright, that's everyone talked to. There, you happy? Now I'm going home. Plus, it's about time you told me about my dad. Alright. But before I do, I want to see someone else. Now, where do you want to go? Inside a transer. You want to go where? I say inside a transer, but what I really want to see is an Earthling's personal page. If you look at a person's personal page, which is usually not shown to strangers, you can find out what that person is really like. Plus... Oh, nothing. But peeping into someone's personal page, that's not right. You realize even if you say no, I can force you to. Okay. But if you act up inside the transer... So, what do? We'll enter transers just like how you entered that train's computer space yesterday. So put on your glasses, find a wave hole, and change into waveform. And if someone sees me changing into waveform, they're so going to think I'm a ghost, or worse. Alright, let's find ourselves a hole. So you can see that they've got their pages displayed above them as well. Again, that's another thing that you used to have to press, like, on the touchscreen icons for. Alright, make sure no one's watching.
EM wave change! Geostellar! On the air!
I'm glad you say it every time for me. It's so weird to have the voice acting, though. Oh, I forgot about this tune for the Wave Road. Such a nice, jaunty tune here. So how do I get into someone else's transer? Didn't I just tell you? Just do what you did yesterday. Get as close as you can in the wave world, and then press A on the transer you want to jump into. Okay, got it. Oh, by the way, EM viruses like to feed in the wave world, so watch your step, alright? But if you fight the way you did yesterday, you shouldn't have a problem with most viruses. It's odd, but you have a knack for battling. I don't need or want to have a knack for that. You're gonna stop saying that sooner or later. Huh? Did you just say something? No, nothing. Anyway, the transers await. Yeah. Alright. We've got a whole wave road to discover here. And we can even change our targets, too. Welcome, bros, to my transer. Evil spirits, be gone. Joe Hunt seems to have a lot of cards based around ghosts. Bud Bison's guardian spirit is a bull. I know it. It feels like it is charging right at this moment. Evil spirits, be gone. So every one of the, like, almost all the characters have some sort of punny name, too, or some sort of personality, which is kind of neat. Welcome to my transer, brothers. I have a huge crush on this one guy. What can I do to get him to notice me? So she's got a lot of recovery cards and a mysterious poisonous apple. Well, it might not be poisonous, it might just be grape flavored. Oh, right. You can even go into the wave road of buildings if you want to. So we can do a little bit of exploring around, maybe find some mystery data. Are you by chance... Nah, I mean, Geo is a human after all. And we've of course got random encounters. Wide sword, long sword.
Bring it on. You're done for.
Alright. Heat ball requires... Oh, right, because it locks on to their position, it locks onto their vertical. Forgot about that, I thought it was just the standard mini-bomb. And we got a grand wave, so it's not ground wave. I think the character limit was 12 characters, but I always call it ground wave, because it's a wave on the ground. That might be a mistranslation too, who knows. Geo examined the mystery wave, and got an HP memory 10. So, a difference between this and the Mega Man Battle Network games is that HP memories come in sets of 10 or 20. Which also means it's time to talk about level. Geo's level goes up to, I believe, it goes up to 100. Yeah. So, every time you collect an HP memory, your level will go up by 1 or 2 based on the value. You will also level up by 3 for every one of the parts of the library you complete, the standard Mega and Giga card libraries. So you can reach a maximum of 100, I believe 70 is the maximum, or the minimum you need to do everything in the post-game. But it is always good to check your level. It has no bearing on your actual power, but is kind of like a little notification of how powerful you are. Battle Network 1 also had a level system too.
Here I go.
God, it's so weird. Oh, we took damage. I guess I can talk about the Buster now too. So, unlike other games, the Buster charges automatically. You hold B to rapid fire, or can wait a bit, and you've got a charge shot. We can block that. You cannot charge while you're using your shield, though. In fact, it actually stars you of your charge. Just wanted to give that a little demonstration. Alright. Much like in other games of the Battle Network series, you get different data depending on a few factors. Mainly how quickly you beat an enemy, and also how much damage you take. There is a busting rank, and your HP percentage also affects what you get if there's an additional amount of data at the end of a battle. Alright, let's do air spread, paralyzer, plasma gun, wide sword.
Here we go.
You'll also notice this, G viruses.
Okay.
These are powered up versions of viruses that will randomly replace normal ones. They have twice the amount of health and twice the amount of attack power. I don't believe they're any faster, but don't quote me on that.
We deleted them into next week.
Alright. Getting some decent mystery data here. Oh, we can go inside Geo's computer now, too. So there's probably going to be some mystery waves in here. They're usually out in the arms. Examine the mystery wave. And got subcard Large Energy. So subcards basically act in the same way that the subchips do previously, but you can have 99 of each rather than just like 6. And of course you can also see your key items, which includes any weapons you've gotten too. Let's find ourselves, I think there's probably just gonna be another green in here. Okay, so I know people are probably curious. Tails, can I combine sword, longsword, and wide sword together for a program advance? And the answer in this game is sadly no. There is unfortunately no kind of program advances in Star Force 1. Star Force 3 brought program advances back as Galaxy Advances, which are pretty cool little things, but I think they're a little bit more limited than they are in Battle Network, where the Battle Network games tend to have like 30 program advances. I think Star Force 3 has like only 20. They're not as important, but yeah, they're still cool to have, but we don't have them in this game. 1 plus 4 equals 5, so beep beep. What did you say? I'm calculating here. Could you please be quiet? I'm still in the middle of calculating. Don't distract me. Oh, rats, I lost count. Oh well. Now I've got to reboot this computer. Beep beep. Imagine a computer that's just struggling to calculate the number 5. And again, with the RAM shortage, that just might be the case for everything. Alright. Air spread. There we go. Big counter hit.
Never let your guard down.
There we go. We're getting decent busing ranks. And you can actually just pulse out of things and return to the wave world. I know I did that right next to the exit, but the exit reminded me to do it. So there should be some stuff in the living room too. Explore around a little bit. Oh, we can check the fridge. Maybe inside the fridge we'll find some delicious yogurt. Or perhaps we'll find some cold ones. Maybe our hat will be right next to the cold ones, between them and the milk.
Did you really think you could beat us?
Yep, there we go. Pulse in. Fridge computer. And again, check all the arms. Nope, there's one. We got Ice Meteor 1. So, that's going to be another interesting thing to note about battle cards. So, we can change our folder right here. Showers the nearest enemy's row with ice. Might be good to have, considering the chapter boss we're going to be up against. So, your battle cards do not have codes to them. Rather, just selecting different battle cards has something of an opportunity cost. Obviously, the more cards of the same kind you have, the more cards you can select of that kind in the same turn. So if I want to get rid of, say, a Heat Ball for Ice Meteor, that means that Heat Ball and Ice Meteor are going to be a little bit harder to use now. Especially with the fact that this game doesn't have the row system that I thought it did, but it don't. It don't got that. They don't have that until Star Force 2. Which is kind of where I think that Star Force 2 is the better game from gameplay, but I don't like its story as much. I think this one overall just has a better story to it. You might also notice as well that all the recovery cards are actually white cards, so you can select them at any time. There we go. I don't actually know if there's yellow versions of them. Watch you! It's cold. What is wrong with people? Why in the world would anyone make an ice box like this in the first place? Do they really need to chill stuff that badly? I can't understand humans. Man, it's cold. Oop. I was just about to pulse out there, and the frame I hit the R button, the game was just like, oh, I'm punishing you for your hubris.
wasn't even a contest.
Alright, now let's pulse out. Alright, do a little bit more exploring. Okay, I think we've reached the end of this wave road, so I might just pulse out and pulse back in. That's gonna be faster than just backtracking.
That's what you get for underestimating me.
There we go. Being able to see Mega Man's model as well in, like, higher resolution, because I'm playing this on the Switch 2, which, I mean, it's a Switch 1 compatible game, so it only goes up to 1080 anyway, and my 20-plus-year-old television only goes up to 1080 anyway, which is fine by me. I don't really need, like, 2K or 4K. Hey, hello. I love flying. I'm a fan of RCs, helicopters especially. They're a perfect match for Propeller Man. So that's a hint about something later. Examine that mystery wave. And we got a grass stage card. Grass stage will go very well with the fireballs.
Show him what you've got, Geo.
Here I go. Here I go. Got you.
There we go. I'm just counter-hitting for, like, the benefit of it. It's not like the early, or like Battle Limerick 3, where you get additional rewards, and it's not like you get full synchro or anything. You're story-wise, you're kind of already in full synchro. So we can't go into that house yet. We can go back to Vista Point if we want to. But I should check around for more people to enter their transers. Yeah, there we go, this old man. I forgot. This is my transer. I love teas from around the world, and I like my brothers too. I'm a little absent-minded these days. Not as quick as I used to be. Am I getting old? Could I be going senile? Bird watching. Now that's what I like.
Come back when you can put up a fight.
There we go. We're at least getting decent busting ranks out of these. I think there should be one more that we can talk to. Not you. Or did we pass them? Oh, didn't mean to go into their transfer there. Alright, that's gonna take some getting used to. You are a merchant. And you've got HP memory, power bomb, fire ring, recover 30, jet attack, oh, so it is a yellow card, and jet attack 1. Well, getting an HP memory is always good. Don't quite need them this early. Can we get... Fire ring might be good as well. I'll hold off for now. There has to be one more NPC I'm missing, because I haven't got any prompt. There was a kid that was talking about being bad at math. I don't think we saw him. There he is. Quiero mo card. Oh, he wants more cards. Okay. It's good of you to come to my transfer. I want to show off my super card collection to everyone. There we go. He's got a nice elemental variety there, too. Like I thought. You can get different info about a person from their personal page than when you're talking to them. That's because that info is for brothers only. That's odd. What's odd? Ever since this morning, I've felt the presence of Epemians somewhere around here. Thought maybe they were hiding in a transer like me, but we checked everyone, and we didn't find any Epemians. Hey, tell me that kind of stuff first. What if we would run into an Epemian inside of one of those transers? Meh, so the info was a little late. Don't say it as if it doesn't involve me. Shush. What's up all of a sudden? I sense the presence I felt this morning. But everyone in town checks out. No one's Ephemians can hide in more than just transers. Oh, yeah, like what happened with the train. Aha, I got it. The Ephemians are hiding out in a comp space somewhere. That's gotta be it. So what do we do now? Do I have to spell it out? Victory goes to the one who strikes first. So we have to make the first strike. Let's check out all the comp spaces in this area. Alright. Well, I can pulse in through there. Are you in the vending machine? Is there any mystery data in the vending machine? There are enemies in the vending machine. They're not mystery data.
Here they come.
Go!
Avoid your flamethrower antics.
How's this? Here it goes.
There we go. We got some elemental properties now, too. So I removed the smoothing filter, but it does look like there's like smoothing on just UI elements in general, which I can live with. And obviously, like, the models are being shown at a higher resolution too than the DS screen, so things actually do look a little bit nice. The low poly nature of them it honestly reminds me a lot of the Mega Man Legends series. Maybe not to the same extent, but they're low poly, they're charming. There's a lot of simple lighting. I think a lot of the lighting is probably pre-baked. Here we go. Clicking in on the stick also stops your movement. I find it hard to stop myself from clicking in on the stick on the Switch 2 Joy-Cons though. I was playing Crossworlds last night with Looney and some friends, and I was clicking in on the stick and honking my horn all the livelong night.
Let's make this quick.
You're done.
Ooh. Being a little bit of spicy fella there, huh, Matena?
Okay.
Rapid fire, and let's just get these long swords. There we go.
According to plan.
Slashy, slashy. So there's another computer here.
Pulls in.
There we go. Maybe we can stop all the downloading. Now, if I was Data, where would I be hiding? You're not Data. Alright, there's some data up here. Oh, there's a big guy. Thought it might be an Ephemian, but it's a peon. But what? Just get ready, kid. Here he comes. Are you a car thief too? Sorry, but this here's mine. Go get your own or face my wrath. Alright, our first boss is against a jammer.
You're done.
Jammers are not particularly difficult to beat, I say as I've immediately gotten hit. They basically have two attacks. They'll try to punch you, which just hits you in front of you. Hits you in front of you. Wow, those are words that you have said, Tails. Or they will try to shoot you with their jammer machine gun.
Take this.
Oh my god. I should stop locking on. Except for that. There we go. Jammers are pretty easy, but they'll get a little bit stronger later on. You had a lot of explosions there. Humans that have been infected by EM viruses. Looks like Planet FM's got its hands all over this town, too. That was a person? Yeah, in wave form, just like you. But in his case, he was infected with a low-level virus and turned into a jammer. What have I done? I attacked him in full force. I'm sure he'll be fine. His injuries weren't life-threatening or anything. Well, standing around here is pointless, so for now, let's go back to your place. Yeah, okay. But there's things I can find first. This control panel should drive the car. I wonder if that's a Chekhov's gun for later, or Chekhov's control panel, I guess. We might have to do something with this car later. I say. Kind of actually not knowingly, because it's been 20 years since I played this game.
Did you really think you could beat us?
There's gonna be a lot I'm gonna forget in this playthrough too, because it's been a while, but I don't know, I was just super excited for Star Force. I loves me some Star Force. How much Zenny do we have? Could buy some cards. I do want to check Vista Point real quick.
Bring it on! Goodbye! You're done for.
We aced that.
So I believe it's actually, if I press ZR... Yeah, so the collection has an assist function as well, so for backtracking, pressing ZR speeds you up and makes it pretty easy to get around. And it might also trigger the Buster Max as well.
I won't lose. Okay.
No, it doesn't. Alright. I think it just might have disabled and then forgot. With my memory, I've forgotten more things than I can remember. Which is not a great sign.
Have some of this.
Not a good sign if I'm going senile at 32, but... There we go. Now these are packed with, I do like that it gives you the full names for the battle chips now, too. Because there was that 12-character limit. There's a cool-looking guy on the roof there. That's pretty neat. Alright. There we go. And we check the train. Shouldn't be any viruses, or, well, there will be viruses. That's kind of how random encounters in an RPG works. Alright, just 150 zennies. Alright. Now, let's head on home, and no matter where you pulse out from, you will always go to the point where you pulsed in. We do have this shop, but it is closed. So, let's go on home. It's evening already. I wonder if Mom's home yet. Wait, you... You didn't come again today. Just how long do you plan on skipping school? Ugh, not again. Bud? Hey, we're trying to ask you how you're doing. Least you could do is answer. What a pain in the butt. I'll teach him. You're not going to do anything to him. You going to stop me, kid? Come on, Mega, do you realize how much of a mess it would be if you show yourself? It's not like he can hear me anyway, so stop it. We don't have to take this twerp's rants. No, stop it. Don't you jerk my arm around. And I'm gonna show him my awesome Mega Uppercut. My arm! What are you mumbling about now? Look, jerk, just be good and come to school. It's for your own good anyway. Ugh. Little creep. Bud! Bud! I hit him. I'm sorry. Please, just stay away from me. You think I overdid it just a smidge? Bud, what good are those muscles? That was so sloppy letting him knock you out in one punch. I'm so ashamed. If you didn't have a brother band with me, you'd be just another useless meathead. If you ever disgrace me again, I'll cut our brother band. You... Now stay here and cool off, hothead. Let's go, Zack. Yes, madam. A little bit of true colors are showing there. Man. I can't believe I was beaten by that twerp. I really am just a worthless meathead. At this rate, the Prez won't need me around. Nobody will. I'll go back to being all alone. I don't want that. Never again. I can feel it. The frequency of loneliness. Who's there? A ghost! I'm sorry I had you last night, Mr. Porkchops. I am not a ghost. And a pork chop is made from a pig. I am not a pig. I am a cow. A C-O-W. Now, listen up, Mr. Bud Bison. How do you know my name? I am Taurus. I'm an FMian from Planet FM. I was drawn here by your loneliness wave. Loneliness wave? Bud, you're a smart boy. If you allow me to occupy the crevice in your heart, I could give you power. And if you were to show that power to the Prez, let's just say you wouldn't be alone again. Show her the power? How do I do that? Don't worry, leave everything to me. Now allow me to enter your heart. Unless you would rather return to loneliness. I don't want to be alone. What in the world were you thinking? The twerp ticked me off. Don't tell me he didn't make you mad. Well, maybe a little, but you went too far. You gotta protect yourself, kid. There isn't anyone else who's gonna do it. That's what I learned growing up on Planet FM. That's enough, Mega. I've got to apologize to that kid when I see him again. Phew, I'm wiped out. I'm going to bed. Alright, well, we breached a lot of people's privacies like we were a tech company, and then we punched a child in the face. So that's cool. I'm always a big fan of child fights. Well, if you want to see more baby fights in the future, I might just end this episode off here. In fact, I'm going to end this episode off here. No might about it. No family might coulds about it. I'll see you guys in the next episode where I think we might be getting into our very first dungeon. I'll see you guys later. This is Tails5Raga signing out. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.